You're listening to The Angry Designer, where we cut through the industry bull to help frustrated graphic designers survive and thrive.
Say you go down to Texas, everything's bigger in Texas.
Everything's bigger in Texas. They say
just
that's
like,
true.
What do you come back with? Come back with COVID, mother. Yeah. So I have never had this, so I had no idea. I thought for a little while I had like superhuman immunity or something. I was praying.
I was all smug. I was like, I'll never get it.
Yeah.
I'm so careful.
Mm-hmm. Well, again, it didn't take much.
Yeah, right.
And wow, like okay, yeah, I had like 2 days of chills and fevers and this and that. Right, that was the shitty 2 days.
Yeah.
And honestly, I just loaded up on so many drugs that my liver was I could feel my liver, and it had nothing to do with the alcohol because there was no alcohol at this point. But wow! And then finally, I was like, okay, no more meds because I needed. I needed those 2 days of meds to push me through because I had a logo presentation that I still had to do.
Yep.
And then I had a giant website audit, SEO, preparation meeting that I had to do. And then I just conked out.
Yeah.
So it was Monday. I finished those 2 meetings Monday of the week, and I was like, okay, guys, I'm out, and that was it. And I'm sitting there thinking, okay, I'll be fine by Wednesday. We can do the podcast remotely. I'll be fine by Thursday remotely. Okay, Sean, we're gonna try it Friday. We're gonna try. Like it's
every day I was getting
like,
a text. No. I was like, no, dude, sorry, I got nothing in the tank.
Man, I was just like, I can't. I don't need. And plus, I saw what I look like, and I was just like, no.
I was worried I was going to have to do a solo flight there. It's like, oh God, what am I going to talk about?
Fine. But the funny thing about it was just so again, I was quarantined in the basement of our house. Now, thank God the basement's pretty nice. It's above ground because we have a walkout.
You got a bathroom
right.
down there?
We got a bathroom, shower.
Perfect.
Right. So, and big TV. So it's like you're quarantining in the best conditions, but you just get bored and then you start feeling just like you don't give a shit. And there was like a point where like for 2 days, 3 days, I didn't shower. Yeah. I didn't brush my teeth. And again, because I lost my sense of smell.
Yeah. So what's the point?
And so
I can't smell me.
That was it. I was like, do I stink? I'm like just taking wheeze my armpits, and I'm like, I don't smell anything, so I'm fine.
The kids are like, what's that smell coming from the basement? That's just Daddy.
Oh my God.
Oh, sorry. I should.
No. But it was true, right? So I got into this whole routine of just like, and it's funny because you get comfortable.
Yeah.
And then you just start not caring and you don't give a shit. And, because again, nobody was coming down. My kids, they avoided me all week. And of course, Jen avoided me the whole week. So I was just completely like, I don't fucking care. So who cares, right?
Yeah.
I just, and literally, and that's what happens. It started slipping. So it felt good this morning. I was like, okay.
Get the routine
I got a wire brush and scrubbing my body. I know that sounds nasty, but it's true. You get so complacent and you get into these routines. And then the longer the routine was, by the end of the week, like I said, I was like, I can't smell. Now, today I did start getting my sense of smell and taste back,
good
which is incredible. This bourbon tastes
incredible. Tastes really good, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it really does. So, and that's when I was like, okay, good. I need to get a hold of this.
Yeah.
Because I need to get, because I mean it was just going down a bad hill.
Yeah, totally. I get that. The energy levels are so low that it's just like you just feel like looking like you're watching TV and that exhausts you.
Yeah, you're right.
Like,
that's exactly it.
It's fucked up. Like it was the most bizarre experience.
It was.
Like you're just like nothing.
Yeah,
no
not
energy,
at all. Didn't want to even try, right?
Yeah.
And interestingly enough, that's why I kind of thought that this is a good segue into our topic, because I was kind of like in this stage, this perpetual state of just doing the same thing, waking up, watching.
Things.
Yeah, really, it's true, right?
Yeah.
This whole concept, I was watching bad YouTube, bad documentaries. I'm surprised I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I did watch The Godfathers, which was amazing. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And I watched what was probably the worst movie in my life, which
3?
was no. However, I couldn't even start that. I tried watching that after 15 minutes. No,
just like forget it. Yeah.
No, there was a new movie that came out. It was the whole story of Lamborghini.
Oh.
right? And it had one of my favorite actors, that Frank was it Grigio? I think he was in. He's been in so many shows, right? And again, he's been like tough guy, very Italian. He's calabrese, right? And this movie was probably the worst movie I've ever seen in my life. And it was word of note, just because the movie takes place in Italy, doesn't mean all the actors should try to speak in a fucking Italian accent. Because they all did such a shitty job in Italian. I was just like, you know what, dudes? Either you do it like The Godfather, all Italian, or all English. Don't give me this, hey, I'm in Italy and I'm going to talk with It sounded like there was I couldn't make out what kind of accent these people had. So disappointed, dude. I was so disappointed with that movie.
Sad.
Yeah. Anyway, it was a horrible week of movies, to say the least. But needless to say, a good segue for this episode, because I was in this whole perpetual, just every day the same thing over and over and over. And I started slipping. I didn't care. Yep. I really didn't start taking care of myself. And granted, it was only a week, but you start extrapolating that over weeks, months, years. And I guess where I'm going with this, not taking care of yourself, but in design.
Yes.
Okay. We've been at this like 23, 25 years, actually over 25 years, if you literally when you started. And, you start just overlooking things, forgetting things, right? Taking things for granted.
Yep, totally.
And you start slipping.
Yep.
Absolutely start. And that's why I was just like, wow, this is a perfect segue into this episode, because it's so easy to slip, right? And again, you just, I figured this is a good thing that we can talk about. Signs that you're slipping, signs that you are becoming a shitty graphic designer. So this works for both. I know, right? This works for both us experienced people, but even newbies can take all of these points and realize, holy jeez, I don't want to do these from the start.
Exactly.
But a lot of these, are laziness or oversights, or you just get into really shitty habits.
Yep.
So I kind of figured this is perfect because, right? Well, I don't know, brilliant or not. I think it's relevant, and it happens to all of us, I think, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I broke these down to 3 parts.
Nice.
Design. Type. And the designer.
Oh.
Okay, so I'll begin you personally.
Soft skills.
Right? Yeah, whoa, there
Sort
you go. Okay, that works. But I kind of figured this would be a good, based on this fucking shitty week I had, this is a good way to kind of come back into it and just really kind of give it all back.
So it sounds like you actually learned something from COVID.
Oh,
which is good.
I did learn from it.
You're just like, this is what could happen to me if I just let it go.
It's true, right? And even some of these I am still guilty of, and I have to fight on a regular basis not to do these.
I agree, because I read some of these and I was like, "Ooh, shit."
I know. I have done that, or I have done it more times than I should lately. For the first 5, 10 years, even 15, you're learning the game, you're learning the business, you're learning the skill. So, you don't do a lot of these, but once you kind of figure you have so much of it learned and you're just on a daily, like hamster tread every day, love it or not. And I love it. But the reality is it's easy to slip.
It is. It totally is. Yeah. Sometimes like clients will make you do things like cut corners and things like that. And, you're ashamed of this kind of thing, but it's just like you want it out the fucking door.
Right. You want to kill it and bill it, right?
Kill it and bill it. Exactly. So I can see this.
So we got 25 different ways, different signs to know you're slipping en route to being a bad graphic designer. All right?
Yes.
Okay. Number 1.
Okay.
You've become a one-trick pony.
Oh,
right? And sometimes that's cool, right? Like you've got one style, you've got one answer to every question. The only tool you seem to have is a hammer. But the reality is
everything looks like a nail.
Yeah, everything, right? But even talking with Draplin, okay, he's known for this style. Yep. He has a very distinct look, a feel. His logos look the same. His artwork, his Instagram, it looks amazing. It's very, very, very similar.
Yep.
But it's not his only style. It's just the only style he markets for himself. Right. His customer work is completely different. It's based on his customer. Right. I like big, I like bold, I like in your face, right? But it's not for every one of our customers. This is true. But the thing is, you can get into that habit where all of a sudden I know some designers and I totally respect them, but surprise, surprise, everything always looks the same. Lots of white space, thin fonts, very light and airy and elegant. Just like, okay, that works for certain clients, but it doesn't work for everybody.
Exactly.
Right? So you constantly have to keep, the curiosity up. You constantly got to be, surrounding yourself with new creatives, different creative styles. This is an easy one to kind of back yourself up into, I think, right?
True. Yeah. Again, a time frame constraints.
Yep.
A lot of us.
Yep.
So you have
Right.
You have a certain thing that you know how to. I know how to do this.
Yep,
I
yep.
can do this shit almost in my sleep.
Yep,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
But just because you can do that doesn't mean you always should. And it's always nice to have extra time on some things to kind of like logo design.
Yep.
For this kind of thing. You know, sometimes it's good to have a little bit of time where you can look at something that's uncomfortable to you.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's the key.
Yeah, this is the whole point.
Right?
It's like, I may not do it right. It may not work.
Yep.
But you know what? I'm going to give it a try.
Well, what do we always say?
Yeah.
3 concepts, right?
Yes, yes.
Do what you love.
Right.
You know, potentially do what the customer asked for, and then do a third one that's completely out there.
Yes.
Something that you never saw, like a wild card.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Granted, 9 times out of 10, no, not 9 times, maybe 60, 70%, they won't go with it.
That's true.
But sometimes by trying that wild card, you'll pick up new cues, new ideas, because you're completely intentionally going completely opposite of everything you're comfortable with, and it forces you to get out of your comfort zone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. So number 1,
That's
okay.
good.
So you
That's
know
a
you're
good one.
slipping if you're a one-trick pony. Okay. Number 2, you start prioritizing the way something looks over its function or the messaging, right? Wow. And this happens a lot. You know, you start getting into this routine where it's just like, everything's like, let's face it, we focus in the B2B space.
Yep.
A lot of our stuff, unfortunately, is you could err on the side of not boring, but it's very the same. It's similar, right?
Yes.
We're not getting any really crazy, weird, branding projects because our clients are they're kind of in that kind of similar world, right?
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that you intentionally start pushing yourself to make things, focused on just how it looks, not how it works.
How it works.
Right?
Exactly.
I mean, ultimately, you always have to think of that end goal first, right? What's the intention of it, right?
Yeah.
And this is where it's really, really is, especially when you're on a hamster wheel, right?
Yes.
That all of a sudden you're just like, just whip it together, make it look good.
Yeah.
Sadly, I looked at some ads this week while I was sick, right, to proof, and I was just like, they look good, but has anybody actually taken a second to read them?
Yeah.
They don't fucking make sense.
Yes.
Like, we know the customer.
Yes.
So we understand what they're trying to say.
Yes.
But if somebody doesn't know the customer,
they're not gonna.
what is it? Are they selling internet or are they selling whiskey?
Yeah.
Like, no fucking idea, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's a big one is you when you get too caught up in the design and just how it looks and you kind of just try to usher it out, right? I think that's a big sign of when you slip.
Yeah, that totally is.
You need to almost take a step back always and try to look at everything, with an open mind.
Yeah.
Unobjectively, I guess.
Unobjectively. Yeah.
Right. You got to make sure that, it's like, I don't know this, whoever it is I'm working with. So what actually is it saying? What's it supposed to say?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big one.
That is a big one. Yeah, and sometimes the client can get a little overzealous with this kind of thing too,
Absolutely.
right? And your job as the brand ambassador is to kind of rein them in too.
Absolutely,
it's
it is.
And we do communicate this sometimes to our customers that are like, put too much copy into an ad or something
my
like
God,
this.
yeah.
You're like, are you sure this is where you want to go with this?
Yeah, right.
And at
We
least
see this all the time.
And at least you tried. But exactly like if you're slipping, you're just going to say yes, sir, and you're going to do exactly what they give you without even trying to push.
Without even trying to push back. That's right.
Yes.
That's right. All right. Number 3. Okay. You know you're slipping when. Okay. You use unaltered stock photography.
Oh.
Okay. You're literally finding something, you're grabbing it, you're dropping it in, you don't do anything. You don't zoom, you don't crop, you don't try to find the beauty. You're just like, yep, there's stock photo. It's like anybody could do that.
Yes.
Right? And this is a kind of a detriment to the whole industry,
Big
right?
time. Big
Stock
time.
photography both helped and became a curse in this space,
Yep.
because people aren't using it right.
Yes.
I think we actually did an episode way back about how to actually make stock photography not suck.
Yeah.
Right? But I mean, some of the main things are like, don't use them as they are.
Yeah.
Right? Because often they're pulled back quite a bit, right? So it gives you that opportunity to zoom in and crop and focus to the subject that you need to.
Yep.
Right? Whether it's the full subject, whether you want to focus in on the hands or just, tighten it up or like, and that's a big one. I mean, a lot of times people just
just literally put it in there and without doing anything,
dude.
Just plop it in there.
I've spanked people in the
I
past
know,
like this.
People are all the way over to the side. Like there's no feel or the Fibonacci?
That's
what I
right.
mean? Like is it that kind of that's the way it's set up? It just looks wrong. And you think,
and people are also doing this with illustrations. right?
No.
They're not, again, it's like, we need icons. Well, you just go grab it, drop it in, boom, done. It's like, dude, you literally just ripped an icon off the internet, right? You need to somehow or another make it your own,
Personalize it,
right?
exactly.
Personalize it towards the customer, the job. Don't just take it, drop it, and be done with it, right? This is starting to get sloppy.
Yes.
Signs that you're getting weak, that you're literally just using. It's amazing that we have these resources to us,
Yep.
but that doesn't mean you use them as they are, because then anybody can use them as they are. And what good are you at that point?
Yeah.
You're almost going backwards.
Yes.
You're not, excelling as a designer. You're going to take step backs.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Starting to get a little lazy there,
Yeah.
you know?
And then this is where you get people with a really thin kind of icon and then a fat one
And then,
next to it. You know what I mean?
and
It's just like,
conveniently enough, that's the next
is
one,
it?
right?
Oh, shit.
Yes. No, perfect. Number 4, using mismatched assets.
yes.
Exactly
there
that.
We go. There we go.
It's like you'll see, like you said, a fat icon beside a thin
Beside a
icon,
thin one. Yeah,
or
you're just like,
one that looks really scribbly and another one that looks really detailed,
Yes,
right? And it's just
yes.
like, dude, these don't even look the same. Like
know,
they
I
don't
know.
have the same look, the feel. I get it if you need to find 2 or 3 different icons, but if you can't find 2 or 3 that have similar, looks and feels across all 3, you can't use that shit.
yes, exactly.
Wow, oh, dude, that one kills me
I know.
because I see that everywhere. I see that in the public. I see that on social media.
Yes.
And I'm just like, guys, shake your fucking head. It
yeah.
just, the line weight thing is a killer.
No, I get like an email message from my bank, and I can see these icons, and I'm like, who did
They don't even
this? It's-
match.
Yeah, I know. One has shading, the other is just
I
a
know,
dot.
right?
It's like not even close, guys.
Oh,
Like,
God.
holy shit.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? It even goes with images.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Yeah.
you'll see on a web page, right? And you'll scroll down, they'll have 3 images side by side.
Yeah.
One is clipped on white background clipped, like very Apple-esque. The next one, just a regular old stock photo or something. And then the third one is like a 3D icon representing like global warming. And it's just like, what the fuck am I looking at here? You got to make sure they all match.
Exactly.
If you're gonna do one, white clipped out background,
out back-
they
they
all
all
do,
have to look
right.
like
If one's gonna be iconic, all of them icons.
Yes.
No, it's so true though. You're slipping. You're just whatever. Don't do that. The newbies
Yeah,
do
that-
not
don't
do that.
please,
Okay.
please don't do this.
All right. Number 5.
Yeah.
Okay. Ignoring white space.
Oh.
Okay. So again, you're not giving a shit, or you're slipping, or you're becoming bad when, you completely forget the whole point of white space. I mean, white space is to give proximity between items. We're not talking about just leaving big empty white, areas of unopened or untouched space. That's not what white space is.
Yeah.
White space is using that empty space to group items together.
Exactly.
Okay. And this is what people kind of forget about, like how it's actually used. You're supposed to like make items related to one another using the white space. Separate, the headline and the subheadline from that, right? Put the copy, put the images.
Yeah.
People completely forget, like, oh, dude, nothing bugs me more than seeing equally spaced items on a page, right? Like, it's just, and it's funny because you take that for granted.
Yeah.
And that's something that, that you have to learn, of course. I don't think anybody gets it right off the bat.
No, it's probably the toughest skill to pick up.
I would
think.
so. Yeah, I agree. But I mean, it's how to use it. Everything has to have groups. It's you're using white space to create groups.
Yeah.
Don't equally space out a headline, a subheadline, an image, and a body copy and a logo. Dude, that is so fucking boring.
It is.
Dude, that nothing pisses me off. And I literally, between that and the next one, which is hierarchy.
Oh.
Okay. Again, between those two, you can make any design go from, decent to shit.
Well, yeah.
Right? Or decent to amazing.
Exactly. Yes.
Right? And it's like, it's funny. I don't know if it's just, I just take it for granted now and understanding how something looks, but it's like, I do get irritated, even with sometimes like some of our team. I'm like, dudes, take a look at that. Like, there's no spacing there. Like, you've just equally spaced. What's the first thing you want me to see? What's the next?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, how does this look?
Right. Those two have to work hand in hand.
Yes.
Hierarchy and white space. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But those two are the first places where people start to slip
Yeah.
because they're just kind of put it together, slap it out. And they're like, oh, customer won't know the difference.
Yeah, they don't care.
But you know what? They won't know the difference, but it's
Yeah.
our job
Yes.
to deliver something that, is up to our standards. That's kind of shitty if you kind of start letting that slip.
That really is. That is a bit of a bugbear for, like you could see it and you know that this nothing reads right. Everything is just all the same. You know what I mean? Like,
can you imagine? That's kind of like that to me in a human analogy, right, or a comparison or metaphor is like a monotone person.
Yes.
Hello, how are you today, Sean?
That's right. I am good.
Today,
thank you. Yeah,
that's what it would
imagine
feel like.
If this podcast was like that.
Fuck. And today on The Angry Designer, we're going to be talking about 25 signs on knowing if you're slipping or not as being a graphic. Sean, do you feel like you're slipping?
Wait. Ha ha. Ha ha. That is funny.
Like, where's the tonation?
Exactly.
Where's
the dynamics?
Exactly. And that's why you need a hierarchy, right? And it is to bring attention to, what where you want the eye to go, what the flow is, and between hierarchy and white space, those two are absolutely fucking critical. Yeah. So that is number 6 and number 5.
Nice.
Number 7.
Are we getting into typography?
No, not yet. Number 7.
Oh, yes.
Is when you become a trend mule.
Oh.
Right? You're just like, I have no more creative ideas left. What's trending right now? And just jump on that shit. You know what? We just had an episode about Canva. Go there for trendy shit.
Yeah, exactly.
And you might as well stop using Illustrator and Photoshop if this is all you're if you are gonna just start becoming a trend mule and carrying every new trend every year and selling that to customers. Dude, like you're giving up.
Yeah.
Like you're really on your way to being a really shitty designer. Not even a bad one, but just like morally wrong. It goes against everything that we do. Right?
Totally.
No, that one is like everything you do is like trendy. All the fonts you use are trendy. All the styles you use is trendy. Ooh, let's put gradients are hot this year or drop shadows are hot, right? Like, no, dude, stay the fuck away from that. And you can use something trendy in a design, but don't become a trend mule.
Exactly.
Where literally your company, your look, your reputation is based on every year's new trend, know?
Yeah. Which would be terrible.
Oh God, yeah.
It's like there was a I can't remember what year it was, but it's like a really hot yellow. It was the new trendy color.
Yes.
It's like
color of the year. Thanks, Pantone.
It was very nice.
Yep.
But it's like I'm not using that because it doesn't work in anything we do.
Right. Absolutely. So who
you
cares?
could shoehorn it into something just because it's topical, but that's not right.
Oh, dude, no.
So don't do that stuff.
Funny you mention color because that is where we're actually ending on the design portion of this. You're becoming a shitty designer when your color game starts getting weak. Okay,
that's a weak thing.
That's not so. Now I do plan on having a full episode on just color theory. Right, color is just as important as fonts when it comes to the psychology behind it.
Yes,
but I mean, again, it's easy to kind of color is important because it sets the mood, it sets the look. But all of a sudden, it's like if you don't know what colors you're using, I'm not talking about color schemes or anything. No. Like be all up to speed with 20, 30 different color schemes and variations. Right. But the thing is, you have to understand how to use colors. Right. And I mean, you know what? Rule of thumb, one easy thing that I've always, followed, right? Whatever you're doing, right? No more than 3 colors primarily. Okay. And follow a 60, 30, and 10 rule. Okay. So pick your 3 colors. Right. And if you look at a lot of the really cool shit out there, it follows that, right? It does. Usually the ratios, 60% of the design, the artwork, the website, uses 1 color. 30% is that accent color to kind of, bump it up, regardless if it's complementary or it's just another shade of it. And then that 10% is just for highlights.
Yes.
Okay. And sometimes it's scary because some sites, when nobody understands these ratios, it's like you're looking at a fucking, candy store or, a website and it's dizzying. It's hard to follow. It's like, no, guys, you got to pull that back. I get the customer's color as or their brand has got 3 different colors in it. Yeah, that's fine. It doesn't mean you have to use all 3 of those colors equally.
Yes.
Right. You need to own one of those colors and use the other 2 as the balanced ones. Right. So 60, 30, and 10. Follow that.
That's awesome.
It'll change everything if you're still struggling with color. But just, even if not, you're going to get lazy. Follow that. That's all. Just follow that. Okay?
And who can't pick 3 colors? I mean,
come on, right? You know what? There's an app for that online. I'm sure there's a website. There's so many damn color generation websites. Actually, I must admit, that's pretty cool about the internet right now because... Excuse me.
Whoa.
I know, right? COVID. I am still recovering. I'm going to pass out and take a nap here before I'm going on.
And pray for me because I'll probably have it next week.
No, you already had it. You're good, remember?
Whatever the strain you had. No, I'm not going to get it. I've had it.
You're good. You're good.
Yeah.
No, but it's true. Like there's so many brilliant, website resources out there that will help you, match up your colors. And I mean, again, you don't have to be, a rock star and being able to pull the shit out of your head all the time, but go find some of these, sites. There's so many of them. You'll pick a, I want this to be my main color, and it'll offer you up hundreds of complementary colors to that, right?
Yeah.
2 colors, 3 colors, one other color. It's just follow those, right? And again, I get it if you're trying to, you've been doing this for a long time, you don't want to put too much effort into that. That's okay. That's fine.
Yep.
Then go online and get this done, right? You don't want to use your mind, then fine. Go find that. It's
Somebody
amazing.
else with a bigger brain has figured this out, right?
Figured this out for you.
But yeah, it's certainly, and it's a tool like you would use like Photoshop or Illustrator. Somebody, has set up this website that you can actually find a color scheme or base it, or even if you're looking for extra colors for
exactly.
Yeah. So
but I mean, even Illustrator has them built in if you don't want, right? They have
This
some
is true,
pre-made
right.
ones.
Yeah,
There's so many
yeah.
options.
Yeah.
So there's no reason for it.
Yeah.
Okay. Even if you're lazy, there's no reason for it.
Right.
And just remember that ratio 60, 30, 10,
30, 10.
and you will bang out awesome color work all the time.
Nice.
There's your color game.
Yeah.
So those are the first 8 under design.
Yeah.
Okay. Signs that you're slipping, you're on your way to becoming a really shitty designer instead of a really good graphic designer. Yeah. So you're a one-trick pony. You're prioritizing the look over anything else. You're using unaltered stock photos or icons or illustrations from websites, mismatched assets, things don't match, ignoring white space, ignoring hierarchy, being a trend mule, and having a really weak color game. So that's the design portion of this.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now we're going to step into the typography portion.
Ooh, dun, 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 dun. We need some theme music for typography.
Dun, dun, dun.
Typography.
It's got to sound like a 70s rock song.
Yeah, I just got to get the auto tune out there. For that.
Dude.
It's like sound like Cher or something.
Oh, that's amazing. All right.
Okay, typography.
Typography number 9, okay? You're careless with copy, okay? This is when you're on a slippery slope to kind of be. There's no excuse. I get it. We used to always play that game. I'm a designer. I'm not a copywriter. But when you're making typos in a headline, in a sub headline, when you're fucking things up that are so damn obvious, it doesn't matter who supplied you that copy. You are responsible to make sure that shit's correct. Yes. Maybe I get it. We're not copywriters, and fine. I'm glad I'm not.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that all of a sudden I give up and I intentionally don't give a shit and start putting stuff in. You can't be careless with copy.
Yeah.
How many times have I seen a typo and it's right there and the excuse is, I'm not good at it. I'm a graphic designer. It's like, no, you're being an idiot if you're using that as an excuse. Just because you're a designer, it is no excuse. You're not absolved of doing your job.
Yes.
Right? And that's something that really, that shows you're really slipping.
Back in the old days when I worked at the newspaper, we ran, it had to be like 120, like a headline.
Yeah.
A big headline it was like children's back to school kind of thing. And I typed out back instead of backpack.
Oh,
Yeah.
backpack.
It went through the editor. It went through everybody. Nobody noticed it. But it was just like one of those things. We looked at it the next day. It was like, fuck.
Whoa.
But it was just like, so what's that?
Did anybody else catch it?
Oh, yeah, everybody called. Everybody called in and was like, what the hell's a backpack? But it's something like that. Like I hate to say this, but a mistake is a learning moment.
It is a learning moment.
Do you know what I mean? Like
right?
something like that, I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
I don't want to experience that ever again.
Well, it's true, right?
You know what I mean?
It's our responsibility if we are that last line, that last line of defense. What do you mean? Oh, not my job. Quarterback didn't do his job right.
Exactly. Yeah.
No, fuck you. You're that last line of defense.
Yes.
It's your responsibility to try to catch. It doesn't absolve you just because it's not part of your everyday job. And this is where we kind of go on about graphic designers need to get over this whole idea of I'm just supposed to be creative.
This is my
that's
lane.
all. That's my lane.
Yeah.
No, we're like octopuses. We're supposed to have 8 arms. We're touching everything, and the more you touch and the more you can control and own, the more your value is to any organization.
That's right, exactly.
So don't be scared of that
Yeah,
shit.
totally.
All
And it's always good to read stuff too, right?
Absolutely,
Like
you
any of the
should.
briefs that come in or like the articles that I like to
Heaven
skim it and
forbid,
read
right?
it.
Yeah.
Read it first, you know what I mean? Just to kind of get the gist of it, and then you could see, oh, hey, wait, this doesn't make any sense.
Absolutely,
this is the wrong
dude.
word.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
All right, number 10. your typography game is weak. Right? And this one is easy to fall into this category because everything is obviously digitized, right? And what I'm talking about is, you're using auto lead for, your automatic. Your spacing is just 0. You're not kerning things. You're not paying. You're typing shit out and you're like, here you go, Mr. Customer. And honestly, I can't tell you how fucking angry it makes me when I look at something and you can tell there's no effort. Like both of these words have got intentional spacing there, right? You can see that, right? And even look, the Ezra books, that's tighter, that spelling. Those words are kerned nicely, right?
Oh, big time.
Words look horrible when they're just typed. And here you go, right? Shit, dude, even documents, like our guideline documents are for meetings. I type everything out for a meeting and then I select it all and I minus 20. Have to right off the bat. Right? You can't pull that shit, right? Or again, another thing that drives me nuts is when people give up and they just center text. They center text on every... When does center text even look good? Like I get it, maybe for headlines occasionally if it's just there, but not for copy, body copy.
No.
Like that's what the customer will do. Oh my God!
Yeah, that's what your brief looks like when you get it from the customer.
It's so bad, dude. If you ever present centered copy, you need to get a slap in the head. You deserve that slap in the head. You do.
Or you better have a goddamn good excuse for it.
Everything is centered. Like at least justify it. If you want it to be centered then make it intentional. Justify it. Don't give me this. Like I don't even think Christmas poems are deserved to be centered. You fucking creating greeting cards or what? Holy jeez.
Oh, that's hilarious.
All right. Honestly, you've got to typography is something that we need to take pride in.
Yes.
And that's what really separates the experienced designers from the newbies. Yeah. So take advantage of what you have, okay? Make sure you just spend that extra half a second, that extra second, just sit there and look at the font for a second. Look at is there opportunities to get some tighter, to make things nicer, either to start using some of that white space. Yeah. Massimo Vignelli used to say he didn't kern the fonts, he kerned the spacing in between the fonts, right? Which is kind of interesting when you start thinking about it because it's true. It's that relationship between each font. It's the space in between them that kind of makes that. Oh God, it makes such a difference.
Totally. Yeah.
Oh, dude, huge. That's a big one.
Somebody who's just not tracked at all, 0, just looks, and even the spacing, the default spacing when 3 lines of text,
right?
That just is garbage.
Absolutely,
you always got to tighten things up. Yeah.
Well, conveniently enough, that's the next one. Number 11, Sean. Wow. See, you're on the ball here, buddy.
I have not read this, kids.
He didn't want to catch COVID, so he didn't sleep over last night at my house. We usually,
We usually do.
We usually sleep over.
We've got our pajamas on, popcorn. What are we going to talk about? Oh, I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Sean's got really weird onesies, just for the record, okay? We're talking full feet.
I like to be comfy.
Number 11 is not using your paragraph spacing properly. Okay, so this is you don't double return to get some spacing, right? You don't soft return to give yourself an extra. I don't like how much space there is between these paragraphs, so let me throw in a soft. No, dude, select it all, right? Go into your paragraph spacing and adjust it properly. Yes. Oh, dude, that one drives me nuts. Yes. Or when people fake indent, and instead of hitting a tab and they're just 1, 2, 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3 bullet 1, 2, and here's my point. It's just like, guys, don't do that. Don't do that.
That's extremely lazy.
And it's beyond lazy. I mean, not only do you not care, but you're making your life so much more difficult moving forward because you got to make edits to that.
Yes.
Well, that's a fucking atrocious to try to edit that shit afterwards, right?
Yes.
Oh, dude. Yes. No, you don't hit 2 times standard and date. You don't hit return 2 times in between paragraphs. Select it all. Open up that paragraph tool, and then you know what? Take comfort that every other paragraph you're going to use, in this composition is going to follow the same suit.
Yes.
Boom. Again, that's a little bit of extra care goes such a long way when it comes to paragraph spacing.
And again, one of those no-brainers, I think InDesign will do all that for you with style sheets.
You set it up once, you save that style, that's it.
And it does. It will do it automatically. So there's no excuse for that. Technology has helped us with these kind of
in this
things.
case, right? I mean? Absolutely. Yeah. I guess the hard part there is InDesign, Sean. Who the hell uses InDesign anymore?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Wow, dude.
I felt dirty saying it. Everybody, tell us how much you love InDesign. If there is anybody out there that likes InDesign,
Yeah.
I mean, God, it sucks so much.
Oh, dude. I'm glad we're not a publishing company. That's
Thank
for
God.
sure.
Oh, if I had to
I
do
couldn't
that,
either.
I would shoot myself if I had to work.
However, we do have, somebody on our team that is
And she's
amazing.
awesome.
She really is.
She's
eh?
the best at that. Yeah.
She changes things. She's a game changer
She
when it
is a
comes to
game
that.
changer. Yeah, and you could tell that her job before there was a lot.
There was
of
a
that.
lot. That's why we hired her.
Exactly.
Because again, her portfolio was all layout, and I was just like, you know what? If you can make this shit look good, you can make anything look
Yes,
good. And that was what I remember. That's 100% why I hired her.
Yes.
Because I remember other people were like, "Are you sure?" Like her stuff is all the same. Like, trust me.
Yeah.
You know what? Like, look at what she's done.
Yeah.
She can make that rock.
That's
and it's so true. I
it's an
remember
art
that,
form.
right?
I mean, I'm
It
telling
is.
you, like to be that skill, and we shit on InDesign.
Yeah, I know.
But I'm secretly jealous of her skills, or maybe not so secretly.
Yeah, right.
She's so
Fangirly.
good at that. Yeah, I wish I could unlock that key with InDesign.
She
but
does it well.
I'll stick with Illustrator.
And let me tell you, I'm sure she's not double spacing every return
she
within
is
the
not.
paragraph.
No, she is not.
All right, number 12. Okay, your game's getting weak, and you're kind of slipping, becoming a bad graphic designer when you are not choosing complementary type fonts. Right? Typefaces. Your fonts they're not complementing with your typography doesn't match. Typography's got a psychology to it just like fonts do. And again, you can't choose a bold font if you want something to look elegant, right? If you're creating something that looks smart, chances are you might want to use something serifed, right? And then if you have a serifed subhead or headline, you might want to reconsider what you want to complement with that, right?
Right.
This is the easiest place where people slip up.
Yeah.
Now, again, just as an FYI, there's a ton of fucking websites out there what will show you automatically complementary font choices. You want to really be lazy, I get it, or you want to be efficient or whatever. Even Google does it.
Yeah.
You choose a Google font.
It'll give you suggestions.
It'll give you suggestions
Yeah,
for the
this
other
works.
ones to make.
Yeah,
Yes,
yes, I know.
So there's
It's
no
like-
excuse. There's no excuse to be slipping on this one.
Yes.
So your game's slipping when your typefaces, your typography isn't complementing one another.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, that's wrong.
With that being said, number 13, okay, you're slipping when you're starting to use the same font for everything. Now, I know that we always joke about Helvetica being, so awesome, and it can work on almost any, level from elegant to bold to athletic and this and that. But the reality is Massimo Vignelli always said what? Six fonts was his bag of tricks, right?
Yep.
Not one.
Yeah.
Say 6.
Yeah.
Because even at a minimal level, he understood that there is no single font that you can always deviate to for the same answer.
Yes.
Right? For the same solution, right? You can't. So you can't you might have your favorite font, but again, going back to our whole 3 concepts, push yourself to use other fonts because you're only going to get out of your comfort zone. You're only going to get better at doing this.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, totally.
And that sucks, and I get it, but lately I'm even catching myself, and I'm actually intentionally not using Helvetica across the board.
Here's the thing: it's like, back in Vignelli's days, perhaps I don't know. Helvetica was like a pair of jeans. It goes with everything, and it's just so versatile. It's so good. But now we have Inter, and
I actually like that font.
But this is what I'm saying. It's like there are good Google fonts out there that just kind of maybe.
I know, right? I'm kind of tipping my
Helvetica's
hat
like,
over there.
"Oh, what's going on
Inter's
here?"
a pretty hot font. It is, right?
It really is.
But even with that being said, I won't use Inter for every project.
No.
Right?
This is the thing.
and that's the challenge, right? You can easily know that you can always create something that has, this goes back to one of the earlier points. You can always create the same look to create the same feel, but that's not necessarily doing yourself a favor. You're slipping. You're starting to get back into some pretty bad habits if you're always delivering the same type of work.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
You need to push yourself and always choose something different to accent, to complement what it is that you're doing. Now, on the other side, number 14, okay, you're slipping when you're always using trendy fonts, different fonts. When your go-to is DAF font or Font Squirrel, or you're always checking out what Google, you've got a problem, right? Like, what is it? You're a typaholic.
Typaholic,
A typaholic,
yeah.
right?
Exactly.
Like, again, you're constantly out there and trying to pick new fonts for every single thing you're doing. You're trying to find the trendy fonts. Can't pull that shit either.
Nope.
Yes, I get it. Okay, you're always going to turn out something that looks trendy and new and hot, but that's a problem on its own.
Yes.
Okay, again, you're not developing your own skills in this case. If you're now just like giving up and, oh, what's hot right now? Fine, the customer will be happy. Let's just give it to them, right? No, you got to be careful with this.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, jeez.
And we have a client that I fucked that up with Raj and Adani or whatever that
Oh,
is.
dude,
Yeah.
and we curse you
I know.
to this day. They actually liked this font. This
Yeah.
Rajadadada.
I should never have shown
And talk about overkill. They want to use it in their headlines or H1 tags, H2 tags, H3, and their body copy.
Yeah, I know,
Now
I
it's
know.
like
This
you're
is
creating these PowerPoint presentations for them. Oh no, is that our font, Rajadadani?
Yeah,
Well, yes, because we used it in the headline and the sub-headline, I thought maybe we could use something different for the body copy. No, that's off of brand. I don't really think you know what brand means,
Yeah,
sir.
exactly. So I apologize for that one.
Oh God, that's all you got
It
to
was
say.
a moment of weakness. Yeah, I know.
Oh, dude. Again, if you constantly are relying on trendy fonts to help do the work for you,
Yeah.
again, the fonts are doing all the work. Your design isn't.
Yes.
You don't
Yeah.
want to fall in this hole.
No,
Absolutely not.
no.
All
Especially something like that, it goes out of style so quickly.
Oh my God, yeah.
What's trendy today will be out within a year.
Absolutely.
Basically, right?
Absolutely.
It's a trend, just
Yep.
by the very nature.
By the nature,
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. And last but not least, under the typography side,
Mm-hmm.
not using columns. Okay.
Oh.
How many times, and I'm seeing this, a lot of people doing this lately, and they're getting pretty loose, especially on web designs. They're letting text, letting body copies, span half the page, 2/3 the page, the full page, right? You can't let body copies span that wide. I mean, the whole point of columns, and you know this, you came from the newspaper industry, is it makes it easier. The tighter it is, right? It's called easier to read.
Yes.
Well, people are getting really slippery. They're starting to get lazy about this. They're letting copy go long on pages because of design. But you know what? Try reading 4, 5, 6 sentences, that are full page long, top to bottom, stacked on top. It's impossible.
It's hard,
You
yes.
lose your
You get to the one line and then I read this line already.
right. There's a reason why books and newspapers use columns, right? And even books, like when you're reading a book, books are only 3 inches, 4 inches thick. Imagine if it was like a big picture book. You can't do that shit.
Or your screen.
No, dude.
Like, I mean,
No.
forget it.
People need to bring columns back into artwork, okay, into design. And I do feel that, people are slipping when they're like, oh, everybody's doing it now, just do it. But the reality is, try reading that.
Yeah.
Try tracking those words, those sentences, when it's just all you got is this block of just giant copy, edge to edge.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I couldn't handle that.
I know people just zone out.
Yeah,
people won't read that stuff.
I remember we had a customer once, and they had they needed a brochure, and we ended up making it like a giant trifold, right? But they had like 3,000 words that they had. It was I can't believe how much damn copy that they needed on here, right? But what we ended up doing is we ended up making everything in columns, and we used white space to break it out into sections. It was a beautiful piece in the end. In the end, it looked great. We used white space, we used columns, and it didn't feel like a newspaper, but it was so easy to read and find what it was you were looking for.
Yes,
right.
exactly.
And people never forget this shit, right?
Which is the whole point.
Oh,
of
dude,
these
and that's
things.
exactly it. It's the whole damn point of this fucking thing.
If you're going to have that copy, somebody worked hard writing
Right.
that shit.
Yes.
Make it legible so that people will actually read
Right,
it.
you read it, right? Oh, dude. All right. So anyway, okay. So that's what we got for typography. Okay. So number 9, if you're careless with copy. Number 10, your typography game is weak. Number 11, you're not using paragraph spacing properly. Number 12, you're using typography that doesn't complement, throughout the piece. Number 13, you're using the same font every time. Doesn't work. I'm sorry. You can't use that same font no matter how much you love Helvetica. Number 14, on the opposite, you're using trendy fonts everywhere. You can't pull that shit.
Nope.
And number 15, you're not taking advantage of columns.
Yeah.
Okay. So those are the next 7 on top of the old 8.
Yes.
Okay. So now we're in the home stretch.
Yes.
Okay. So these are the last batch. Okay. And these are signs as a designer that you're slipping.
Well, I think this is just about the right place to stop, only because apparently by not seeing Sean for all these weeks and having the contact, this episode ran long. Like, I'm talking this one, we had over 90 minutes of just going on about these topics, about design, about typography, and then the next half is about actually the designer. So instead of having you guys all listen to us for 90 minutes, we broke this bad boy up into 2 episodes. So stay tuned, come back next week and have a listen to the second half, because the second half is when things get real. No matter how long you've been doing this, you fall back into bad habits. And you know what? I'm totally guilty of doing the exact same thing, especially in that next one. So this was actually a good check for me too, to make sure that I'm not letting myself become a shitty graphic designer, because again, I told you, I plan on doing this until the day I die. And God willing, that is way in the future. So if you like what you heard today, leave us a review on Apple. We just got an awesome one this week, and from somebody who says that they don't do this and they don't leave reviews, but they appreciate it and they're learning stuff. We appreciate the reviews. So please drop us a line on our website. Let us know what you want to hear about, what you don't want to hear about. Check us out on Instagram. We've got great conversations there. We've got a lot of comments, a lot of back and forth, and we try hard to get back at everybody. So sometimes it might take a week, but we will still get back to everybody. Oh, geez. All right. I got to go take a nap because this is killing me, this stupid thing. My name is Massimo, and I'm signing off for both myself and Shawnee Boy. Stay creative and stay angry.